Hey there, Kim here. In today's video, we're going to be talking about whether your state is requiring you to file a brand new unemployment application once you hit your benefit year-end date. And in case you don't know what your benefit year-end date is, when you first file for regular unemployment, that claim is good for a year. And in fact, if you've been on unemployment for close to a year, you definitely want to pull out your documentation that you received in the mail and check out what your benefit year-end date is, because you may have to take action in order to continue to get paid. So as we know, the most recent bill was passed, and people that are either on PEUC or PUA or even regular unemployment or extended benefits will receive payment on unemployment until September 4th. However, if you live in the state that wants you to reapply for regular unemployment after you've been on unemployment for a year, then you definitely have to do so. Otherwise, you may not get paid. In fact, what they do, they'll flag your account saying, hey, this person's been on unemployment for a year. Even if they keep certifying, we're not going to pay you. So it's very important that if your state wants you to apply for regular benefits, then you definitely have to do that if you want to continue to get paid, which I'm probably assuming that you do. So unfortunately, I only have information for 14 states. I did review and do research on all 50 states today, but unfortunately, not all states give information that's on the Department of Labor pages, which is where I looked. So if I don't talk about your state, you definitely want to keep it on your state's Department of Labor pages, as well as Facebook and or Twitter, because sometimes some states do provide more information on social media than their Department of Labor pages, which of course makes no sense, but whatever. So if you're in the position where you did not work at all for the past year and they still want you to file for regular unemployment, then what will happen is you will go apply, you will get denied, and then they'll just place you back on a PEUC. So it's really no big deal, except for we don't know what the backlog's going to be, right? We don't know if, especially during this time, because since the pandemic pretty much started over, a year ago, right? But it seems as though states are kind of going through this process pretty quickly. So I'm hoping that if you are in one of the states that you have to file for regular unemployment, it won't take too long for you to actually get a decision or not, so then you can continue to get paid. So again, if you've made no money during the past year, then they'll simply deny you, and then they'll put you back on PEUC. Now, if you've worked maybe part-time, obviously, depending on what you made, would depend on whether you get qualified for regular unemployment all over again or not. But if you are in this situation where you do qualify for regular unemployment and you make your weekly benefit amount is significantly less than what you were currently paying or getting paid, then the state should put you on the program that's going to pay you the most money. So make sure that if you are in that situation and for whatever reason they give you the lower benefit amount, then you definitely want to call them out on that, because I read that there should only be, maybe like a $25 decrease, but no more than that, okay? So definitely check that out. So what I'll go over now are 14 states that I know whether or not you should file for regular unemployment once your claim expires, and hopefully this helps you guys out. So California, yeah, you definitely have to reapply for regular unemployment once you hit your benefit year-end date. If you live in Pennsylvania, and if you haven't worked during the past year, you don't need to do anything. You'll stay on PEUC. However, if you did work and you earned 6 times your weekly benefit amount, then they do want you to file for regular unemployment again. Now, what does 6 times your weekly benefit amount mean? It means that if you are currently collecting $200 a week on unemployment, and so 6 times 200 is $1,200. So if you earned more than $1,200 during the past year, working a part-time job, then they want you to file for regular unemployment again. However, if you made less than $1,200, then you don't need to do anything. Now, keep in mind when you do this calculation, make sure not to include the extra $300 boost in that calculation. So New York is similar to Pennsylvania in that if you haven't worked during the past year, you don't need to worry about filing a new claim. However, if you earn 10 times your weekly benefit amount in the state of New York, they do want you to file for regular unemployment again. New Jersey says federal law requires all unemployment claims to be reviewed after 1 year. Claimants approaching the end of their benefit year should take no action. Okay, so in New Jersey, you don't need to do anything, which is awesome. Georgia, you have to reapply for benefits for unemployment once you hit your benefit year and date. And if you guys want the access to the resources that I'm talking about in this video, they will be in the description below. Next, we have Rhode Island. Once you reach your benefit year end date, you are required to fill a new claim to have your eligibility redetermined. Okay, so in Rhode Island, you have to create a brand new unemployment claim. Tennessee, when a claimant has reached the end of their benefit year, they need to file a new claim to continue certifying. Next, we have Virginia. If you are notified that your benefit year has ended, you must file a traditional claim to establish a new benefit year. So it's crazy because it depends on the state that you live in, right? Even though federal law does say that they must review your claim after a year, every state is different, and that's what makes this so confusing. Now, what I want to do is just go over 5 states that I couldn't find any information on, but this is information that I received through the community. So in case you don't know, several times a week I do go live on my channel. So if you want to catch me live, it's a great place. If you have any unemployment questions, you could definitely ask me. Okay, so first we have Illinois. So it looks like that if you hit your benefit year, continue to certify as normal and await further guidance. So if they want you to do anything, they will reach out to you in the state of Illinois. Texas, same thing. They will automatically enroll most Texans that are eligible for benefits. There's no need to reapply. For those that have reached their benefit year, meaning they initially filed for unemployment a year ago, TWC will send instructions. Okay, so if they want you to reapply, they will let you know. In the state of Massachusetts, I'm not sure, but it does look like, based on one of the community members, what they were describing is they went to log into their portal and there was a simple question like, have you worked during the past year? Yes or no. And then they would then guide you on what you need to do next. So that was Massachusetts. Michigan, it looks like they sent an email out that they automatically added extra weeks without making you reopen your case. And that was for both PUA and PEUC. Minnesota, it does look like that they want you to reapply for regular benefits. North Carolina, it looks like they do want you to reapply for benefits. Now, this is pretty much on the PEUC side. If you're currently on PUA, federal law is stating that you do not need to create a brand new PUA claim or regular unemployment claim unless your state specifically tells you to. So if you're on PUA, you shouldn't have to do anything. But again, there are some states that, of course, do things a little bit different that only confuse us, right? So yeah, that's it in today's video. Hopefully it was helpful. And again, I apologize I didn't have information on all 50 states. I can only report what I find, right? So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.